Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a great start to your week. My name is Jessica Andrews, and I am a realtor here in the Philadelphia area. I serve customers in Philadelphia and Delaware counties primarily, with a little bit of work sprinkled into Bucks and Montgomery. And this is our Facebook community where I post tips and strategies for real estate, different things going on in the community. And one thing I love to do is bring on other professionals that complement what I do. And so last month we had Scott Crockerell with Mitros Insurance talking about the process of getting homeowners insurance and different things to look out for. And today we're joined by Carrie Kauffman, who's hopping on now to talk about decluttering your space as you get ready to list your home. So I'm really excited to bring these professionals in so you guys can learn a little bit. Hopefully it adds value and gives you guys some tips and tricks as it pertains to buying and selling real estate. So bringing Carrie on now, it looks like, getting her added in here. Thanks for your patience. It says she's coming. It's been a wild couple weeks in the real estate world. The spring market is definitely upon us. A lot more buyers out in the past couple weeks than there was early in January. I'm gonna try to approve her again. Here we go. There she is.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Good. Having a little bit of technical difficulty, but it's all right. We got it there.
Turn this way and see if that helps. Talk for a second. Let me see if I can hear you.
All right. How are you this morning?
Oh, it's my phone. This did this the last time. All right. Well, I'm going to let you go because I know other people can hear you. So without further ado, I'm going to give you guys Carrie, and she's going to talk a little bit about decluttering to get your house listed. We'll try to be quick here so you guys can move on with your day and have a quick replay if you're watching the replay, but take it away.
All right. Thank you again so much for having me. Okay. So as everybody knows, as a realtor, you know, they're going to talk about key things about what to get ready for your house for the market. They're going to talk about, you know, everything from your price, from, you know, sprucing up the back, you know, the house, front of the house. But let's talk about what's inside the house. We know that you've got great bones, but what happens if you filled the house and that potential buyer cannot see the fullest potential that your house has to offer? So some of the things that first time home buyer or even that experienced home buyer looking for are particular things in their house so they can envision, you know, living in there. First thing is the kitchen. The kitchen is the hub of your family. You know, you're getting ready for, you know, the day in, you know, your kitchen. You're from the breakfast to lunch, dinner, you know, you surround yourself in the kitchen. If your kitchen cabinets and drawers and pantry are full of stuff, they can't see, you know, when they're coming in and being like, oh my gosh, they've got no space. Well, no, probably you do have a lot of space, but you've cluttered it with a lot of stuff. So go ahead, and even when you're starting to, you know, when you're getting ready for the market, start decluttering some of that stuff that you don't use. If it's only once a year, you know, go ahead and pack it away right away, because you want to show every cabinet. You want to see every drawer. You know, people don't like to go ahead and look into a drawer and it's full of junk, you know. So kitchen is really one of those big areas that we want to go ahead and focus on. Same thing with the bedroom. You know, somebody who loves clothes and shoes, and, you know, I want to walk into a master bedroom and I want to see space for my things. And if you've got, you know, floor to ceiling, you know, stuff that is packed in those closets and on the rods, I want to envision myself living in that space. So start by, you know, and this even helps, you know, I tell all my clients, you start by decluttering now will help you when you do move. You know, it's one less thing to pack. It's one less thing for you to unpack. So if you haven't worn it, for years, you're not going to wear it in the next house. So start by just getting it out right away. That same thing with any closet. People want to envision, how much space does this house really have? They really look at the closets. They look at the hall closet, the pantry closet, any utility closets. They want to envision, themselves living there. So closets are a big one. Also the garage. I see people every day use their garage as an extra storage unit. Even though they have space, they may have a basement, they may have an attic, but they just throw everything in the garage. And so let's go ahead, clear that garage out, and really take advantage of showing off that space. I have some clients who don't park their cars in their garage, and a lot of people want that. They don't want to be going out and cleaning off the snow from their vehicles. They want to envision 2 cars in that garage if it's possible. So go ahead and clear that out. And again, it's really just kind of looking at everything that you have in your house and being like, I haven't used this in this current house. You're not going to use it in the next house. Just let it go. There are plenty of organizations that need good items that you have and you're just not using. It also saves on moving costs. I help clients all the time and they're just like, I hate moving. And, or they've got so many boxes. And then once we start unpacking, and I always ask them, okay, are you going to use this? No. How about this? No, I haven't used it in years. And I'm just kind of like, why did you pay somebody to pack it for you? That's one of those, unbearing things is just kind of like, yeah, I don't know why we packed some of this. I'm like, well, don't forget you paid for it too. So start decluttering now when it's still free, It's just going to take you some time, but it's going to save you money in the long run. Especially buyers who are coming in, is that they don't want to see your stuff. They don't want to see, 3 vacuums in the basement. They don't want to see it. And trust me, I've seen 3 vacuums in a basement. And I always ask clients, what are these? Well, one broke and we bought another one. And I'm just like, well, why didn't you get rid of the first one? I don't know really, or, so it's really important to start, decluttering. But the main focus on is those kitchens, closets, the garage, especially now when it's cold. People want to envision, I don't want to, be outside. And then all of those extra spaces that you have, that guest bedroom that may be a second storage area. They want to see that, that guest bedroom as a bedroom, not as a storage unit. It's one of those things. You just really one of those. You have to think about somebody else living here. And you have to think about, decluttering it, because now this is it's not your home anymore. As soon as you go on the market, it is now piece of somebody else's future. And you have to think about that. And also, realtors like yourself will go ahead and say, take down your photos, take down, anything that's personal, because you're selling a property. You're not selling your home anymore. You've had your time with it, and now you're letting somebody else take your time with it. So again, really decluttering is really essential, not only for a future home buyer, but also for yourself, saving you time and energy when you do move and you're unpacking. You only want to pack what is essential to you, not what's not. Because then again, I walk into clients' homes and there'll be boxes in the attic, or be boxes in the basement. I'm like, okay, where did these come from? Well, that's from the move. When did you move? I moved 5 years ago. So you really haven't officially unpacked from your previous move 5 years ago. And that's, yeah. So it's a lot of that stuff is stuff they never used, didn't have answers for. And it's really just kind of, okay, let's go ahead and take care of it now, so we don't have to deal with it later.
Love it. Oh my gosh, so helpful. I'm glad you covered some stuff with, not just selling, but also moving, because we have a lot of buyers in this group that aren't necessarily selling because they're currently renting. So they're not selling their property. No one's coming in to look at it right now, but they're in the process of moving. So maybe I'll have you back in another month or two to really talk about the process of moving and how you can help with that whole process. But can you real quick just share with everybody the best way to follow you? Because I know you have a lot of great content online, different tips and tricks. So what social media platforms are best?
I have a Facebook group called Getting Organized on the Main Line. We have over 10,000 members. It's basically like a live Pinterest page. You go ahead and post your, problem or situation that you have for organizing, and I will go ahead and give you my expert advice on that. And it's real fun. It's very interactive. We have stuff going on every single day. My Facebook page for my business is Carrie's Essential Services, and my Instagram is Carrie's Essentials, and of course my website is carriesessentialservices.com.
Awesome. And feel free to post that in the comments too, Carrie, once I upload this video, if you want to throw that stuff in the comments so people can link over to it. I really appreciate your time this morning and sharing your expert advice with us. I know it'll definitely be helpful for our audience here. So I hope you have a great rest of your week. Thanks again.
Thank you. You as well.
Bye-bye.